eye here.
Yep.
And when things went south for the Obsidian Eye forces, a lot of guys were left here. In Novia, there's the elves and the human, the Obsidian Eye elves and the Evandoan humans who still pay tribute to them. But the guys here, they kind of were like left on their own, and they still the pale ones are here. What I call the pale ones are what we call like the underdwellers from the epitaph. So they were kind of like left on their own. They sort of stay in the shadows. They're still waiting, expecting that the Obsidian Eye will come back. They don't necessarily know what actually happened to him, and he's definitely kind of been deified for them. If he wasn't before his fall, then he definitely is now. And so that's kind of what happened here. This
is awesome, but I must say, I at least for one need to start winding down.
Yep.
So this has been great. All right. How, Ravlox, do you want to wrap up?
Thank you everybody for hanging out for this for so long. Actually, what we'll do is we'll do one more prizening. If we could do that. Yep. And then we'll say adieu to everybody. I have to say, when Samuel was making the scene, I was just totally enthralled with it. It was great.
It's really, really nice. Really, really nice.
Yeah, it's probably a scene where this Secret Valley could have or should have been a nested scene, but for some reason I wanted it to be part of the main scene as well.
So you did.
And
so I did.
To make sure that it was something of a surprise for the players, if you bring up the in-game map, this whole area looks as if it's a mountain. So it's just a hidden area.
And I still had the fallback. If something was like wrong with the scene and people couldn't really play it because it was too big, then we would have split it up so that this was this Secret Valley area was a separate nested scene. That's still always possible.
Just a note for last chance prizening.
Happy birthday, Lord Branch, is what you wanted to say. It's a little too late now, but it's what you wanted to say.
Yeah.
But for future reference, the phrase changes. If this is like your first prizing situation, the phrase changes each time that we have a prizing. It's essentially once a month with a new release. And every time you have to say it in any in-game chat. So you can whisper it to your friend, you can say in the universal chat, any way that it gets in the in-game chat, that automatically puts you in to the running for one of these prizing things. And actually, I'll tell you, some people actually get to in a prizing session.
Yeah, sometimes our code needs to be revised a little bit to prevent duplicates completely.
Yeah, not to pick on us, but it happens probably too often. So, but if you, from the player perspective, that's pretty awesome if you're someone who like wins 2 prizes during a live stream.
And from the person who mails out the prizes perspective, it's pretty awesome if you win 2
Yeah.
prizes.
Yeah, and also you usually get the prizes like within minutes after you win them or after the live stream is over. You get them in the in-game mail, so you keep an eye out. If you do win something, keep an eye out for your in-game mail.
That's not automated, though. That's just a very quick support person.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the items are, usual like gear or decorations for your house, things like that. Decoration for your lot, not just inside your house. It's not like, say, you might get, I don't even know all the stuff we got. It's not just something you would hang on your wall necessarily. It might be something that you put outside on your item.
And for any players that went out there with you guys that aren't in a party, if you need a summon back to Castle Atos, you can just whisper Laney in game, and I will summon you back to Castle Atos.
How do you spell that? Laney?
Correct.
Oh, nice. All right, so in this battle, the Obsidian Witch is out. She's the finale character in this wave battle. And now she's gone. She is gone.
She melted.
Okay, so I brought the cameras back up just so everybody knows. And
These more secret fiction. The Obsidian Witch, the building that Richard tried to get in before, that was hers, and some of the stuff in there is relevant to her backstory. Not that it's a fiction critical backstory to know, but if you're just sort of wondering the connection, that's what's going on. Some people may already have figured out the connection because of things. Some of the stuff in this room I tried to sort of make. So if this is like sort of an obsidian outpost, I put in some stuff that I thought would sort of make sense. Like obviously the witch has her building, but also this area over here where I am right now, it's just sort of a long empty area with like a two walls, I guess, on either side. To me, it's sort of like a training area. Either they would sometimes sort of just fight each other, or they'd set up a little archery setup so they could train in archer skills, things like that. We won't go in this
really
next
cool.
room. Oh, someone's already opened the door. So somebody's locked, and there's a bunch of like specimen containers in here. I don't know if anyone has their own specimen containers. They're just awesome.
Just noticed I was back on camera.
Yeah, sorry,
Surprise!
I mentioned that.
Sorry, I was predisposed.
So the backstory behind these specimen things is that one of our world builders actually created the original one, and he did like a great job on it, and we all fell in love with it. And then we had Scotty, remember him from before? We had Scotty, our art guy, refine it and make like an official one. And then eventually there's like we made a deco version of it for players. Although actually, I think Scotty's goal was to make a deco version for players. I think that was why.
All right, I really need to cut out. It's 8:00. Need to
All
take
right.
care of the youngin.
Yep. So
Great.
let's
Great
let's
work,
go ahead and
everybody.
do the prizing, and then we'll call it a night.
If you need to go right now, Richard, then I could do this.
No, I'll stay for the prizing. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. So I'll go ahead and read the prizes. Keith, you want to do the names?
Does Richard want to do the names?
I can't see it, so you have to do it.
Yeah, he
Oh,
doesn't
all
have.
right.
He's
Always
not
with
logged
the
in right now.
excuses.
Always.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. The Lord British Round Shield goes to
Goes to John Don and Thorvard Tufison.
and Lord British Medium Telescope goes to
Xavier Starfall, good name for a telescope, and Awe.
That's pretty cool. Lord British Throne.
I'm gonna say this wrong, but Voucher Somber, and also Dr. Hernbrand, or Dr. Hernbrand.
Yeah. Lord British Moondial.
Goes to Widsith and Lomer Edane.
Cool. And the final, last prizing of the 2023 Lord British Birthday Bash, the original Lord Birthday Cake from 2014, goes to
Crossfire Bugseye and Seamus Spearshaker.
Bravo.
Excellent.
And the first person to open a trade window with me, I will give one of my own skulls to.
There you go. That's cool.
And who
You're
will
in
open
combat.
a trade window
Nobody
with...
can open a trade window.
Oh, here, let me fix that.
You get one more skull every year, like tree rings.
Hang on, why can't I get out? There we go. There we go. That's it. It wasn't really a fair fight. Apologies for that. It's Vulcan Jedi who will win the skull. And the skull of Lord British. Right here,
There you
Vulcan
go.
Jedi. There you go.
Okie dokie. So anyway, thanks Lord British for hanging out this long, and thanks for everybody on the stream for hanging out this long. It was a nice. Was it 4 hours that we did this? So the player base has actually asked for a longer stream once in a while. So this is something that we might be able to do again soon at some point.
Yep.
So it takes obviously a lot more coordination. It would be a lot better if I was with all my monitors and setup. So.
Next time.
Yep. All right, guys.
This time we're lucky the internet worked at all here with the fire right next door. So.
Well, yeah, this is true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this could have been a very interesting situation if it was different.
Steve, many of you don't know, Stephen actually helped run the the fiber optic, the kilometer from up on the street all the way down to this cabin where we're at. So luckily, we didn't destroy it with the fire. So lucky.
All right. So thanks everybody. Have a good night, and we'll see you next month.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.